good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far today. I think it's gonna be kind of rainy outside, so it might be the perfect day to get that. I don't know what's going on with my hair, by the way. It just kind of, I just woke up with it like this. I'll try and fix it, but I have no idea. I just noticed it. I obviously don't look in the mirror before I start videoing, but anyway, it might be the perfect day to get that tomato outside. I'm not gonna put it into the container like right now. I'm gonna let it get used to being outside before I do that. And I also want to try to harvest, I guess is the right word, but mostly I just want to try trimming the basil that's in my room because that is getting very, very big. I'm not gonna do a lot of like trimming of it because I don't know if it'll hurt the plants, so I'm only gonna take a couple of pieces from a couple of the plants just in case, because you know, you never know when you trim the plants and how they're going to react. So I'm going to do that today, and besides that, I don't know what else I'm going to be doing today, but I wanted to say good morning, and I hope you're having a good day so far today, and I'll see you in a little bit, probably when I'm bringing the tomato outside. I just watered these little guys, and look at the perfect little water droplet on that leaf. I think this one's honestly even more perfect. It just looks so cute. So I was just about to head outside and bring the little tomato out there. I think I'm gonna wait on that just a little tiny bit. The sky, I just looked out the window before because the little one is in the window, and I've been hearing the thunder, and I knew of course that there was a storm coming. That storm looks like it's a bit more intense than I thought it was gonna be. So hopefully it won't be too long of a storm, and hopefully it won't be as intense as it is looking, because sky is very, very dark out there. So yeah, this is gonna be a big thunderstorm, which is very nice. I'm excited for it. I love thunderstorms. I just hope that nothing bad comes from it because it does look like a strong one. But I am gonna run outside still and make sure that the little guys that I have out there are tucked in and at least a little bit secure so they don't get completely just like destroyed from the rain that looks like it's coming. But I have to be really quick. I just wanted, oh, now it's getting dark. Can you see? I gotta make this quick. You having a nap on your towel? Yes, sweet baby. I need to get outside real quick, okay? I'll be right back. He's a happy, happy girl. Oh, I know. You're such a good girl, you know that? Yeah. All right, I'll be right back. Hey guys, let me get you tucked in here a little bit better. I knew that the basil was not in a good spot. Little maple tree, hold them in, because I have a sneaking suspicion the wind is going to start picking up here in a second. But good luck, little ones. It's going to start storming. The dill is doing much better, by the way, out here, which is very exciting. And like I said, the that little one, the sweet pea, is gone, unfortunately. But yeah, the basil's doing good, and this tomato is doing really well. That one, not so much. Hello, sweetie. I didn't disturb you too much, did I? Look at that happy girl kneading. You're such a sweetheart. Hi. What are you doing? Yeah, that's what I thought. She has the loudest meow ever, but yet the quietest little purr. But she purrs like all the time, so I guess that's why. Yeah, you're a sweet girl. I'm gonna be here for a while, aren't I? I don't know if you can hear the thunder in the background, but it is there. Are you gonna fall asleep like this, baby? Well then, okay. Alright. Enjoy your nap. These guys smell amazing. I just picked them up to move them over here out of the windowsill so that you could see them. But these are who I'm going to be trimming today. I'm not going to trim much, again, because I'm worried about trimming too much of them off and hurting the plant. I want to see how they do before I take a bunch of them. But yeah, the basil's been doing really well. That's one plant, and then this little one is the other one over here. I cannot believe how much they have been growing. It is very, very exciting that they are doing so well. Hopefully the little one outside is also doing well because it is raining so much. I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah, it's definitely thunderstorming right now. But I'm gonna trim a little bit of these guys and I will show you after and how much I decide to trim off. And of course I'll let you know how they do afterwards. But yeah, they are definitely in need, which is very, very exciting. Trimmed more than I thought I was going to, honestly. It doesn't look like I did anything. Yeah, it looks like I did absolutely nothing. But this is how much I trimmed of the basil, and I'm gonna go bring it downstairs for Mom because she's gonna use it tonight. It's the first fresh basil of the year. I think she also cooked the tomatoes that I brought in from the garden too. Alright, so I just went outside and checked on how everybody is doing. It has been raining pretty much all day, which is kind of amazing, and it's been raining a lot. So yeah, it just kind of stopped raining just a teeny tiny bit. We're gonna be getting more in the next few minutes, I think. I got outside while I could to make sure that everyone was doing okay. The dill, amazingly enough, is loving it outside, so that's very, very exciting. I'm probably gonna be bringing the one that's in here out there when I bring the tomato out, because yeah, that one is so much better than the one in my room, which is good to know. Dill just likes being outside, and that's okay. I just apparently needed to learn that. It's probably just not getting enough sunlight or something inside. I have no idea. The basil is strong enough now that it is still standing up even with all of the weight from the rain on it. It's doing amazing outside. The ones in here are growing like more leaves, which is interesting. I don't know why that is. Probably because the one outside is just getting used to it out there still. I think it'll start growing like crazy here soon, especially with all this rain. I thought about maybe trimming that one. Ooh. Did you see that? The room just lit up because of the lightning. But that little basil looks like it's also ready to be trimmed as well, but I didn't want to trim it when it was actively raining and have the open cut on it and, you know, have it like get infected or anything, so that's why I didn't do that. But it looks like it could be trimmed, which is exciting. The sweet pea, absolutely. It's definitely just need to, unfortunately, that one did not make it at all. The other tomato that is not doing well also looks like it's about that's not gonna recover, but the other tomato looks like it's doing okay. And obviously I did not go over and check on the garden today because it is very muddy outside. Hopefully they're doing okay over there. I'm most worried about the one that has like the moss and stuff growing around it, because that area gets very flooded in the garden very, very easily. So I'm concerned about that little one like getting too much water. Hopefully it'll be okay, I'm not sure. I also think that they might have a couple of tomatoes that are gonna be ready when I go check on them, so I need to get out there. I just obviously wasn't able to today. When I trimmed the basil, I actually trimmed off a lot more than I was expecting to be able to. And I brought it downstairs for Mom for her to put in the dinner, and I will put a picture right about here-ish. She roasted the tomatoes that were from the garden, and then I think the basil was still just fresh, and then the other thing in there is mozzarella, so it's like, I forget what she said it was, but it was very, very good, and she very much enjoyed this basil. She asked what kind it was. Oh, I still have the thing on my desk. I really need to, this is a problem at this point. It is ripped right on the name. That's the kind of basil that it is. Oh, it's raining again. I mean, it has been, but it's heavy raining again. I think it's a different kind than the one that I had last year, but she said that this one was very good and just kind of a lighter taste. Dad also really enjoyed it. I didn't have any, obviously, because I don't do cheese, and also I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of tomatoes, even though I enjoy growing them. I'll have a few of them once I get more of them throughout the season, but honestly, I'll probably only have like 1 or 2 of them throughout the entire season, so I'm not planning on having many of them myself. But she said that the tomatoes, because she tried one before she cooked it, didn't really have that much flavor, but they were still good, which isn't surprising because the plant is so tiny. And honestly, I would have been surprised if they were super flavorful because they are the first batch of tomatoes from out there. So hopefully the next one will be a bit more flavorful, but they were still good. Yeah, it was just very exciting that I was able to harvest some of the basil today, and also the tomatoes from the garden were used. It was just kind of exciting, and it was a bummer that I wasn't able to bring that little tomato plant outside, but hopefully tomorrow. I'm not going to bring it out overnight either because it's supposed to be stormy all night too, and I think that would be a bit much for the little one. I am going to continue on knitting the other one real quick, and I will be right back to show you what it looks like. Unless it starts raining very heavily, and then I will be back sooner rather than later so you can hear a little bit of it too. I only have a few stitches left to do, but I just realized something very interesting about knitting the blanket. It's not technically about knitting the blanket, it's just, you know, how I have been at the beginning of the year, and this is just I don't know what made, well actually I know what made me think of it, because my shoulder blades are a little bit sore from a workout that I did, and sitting like this is, I feel it a little bit, so I was just like, oh wait, that's very fascinating. I have been sitting up when I knit instead of, like, you know, slouching down like this is like how I usually sit, but I have actually been like sitting upright with my back straight. And I think knitting has actually been helping me with my posture, which is fascinating. I never thought that that would, like, be a side effect, I guess, of knitting, because I'm just sitting on the ground with my legs crossed. And when I started, I would have my elbows just kind of like on my legs, on like my thighs, and now my elbows are just like, they're very far away from my legs, and it's much easier to knit like that. But because I don't have anything behind me like to lean against, I'm just sitting in the middle of the room, I've been having to sit upright, and it's just very interesting to have noticed that this has gotten much easier, and I never would have thought that that would be again, I don't know if it's the right word or not, but like a side effect of knitting like this. I'm not complaining, it's a very good thing that has happened. All right, 3 more little stitches and I am all done for the first day of July. And this, we are all twisted at the bottom, but this is what the blanket looks like for today up close. And this, one second, is what the entire thing looks like for the year so far. It is definitely getting much brighter on this end. You can really tell that it is summer. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for today's video. I guess tomorrow, hopefully, hang on, I will get this little one outside, because yeah, I think today's weather is just a little bit too intense for this little one. Also, let me show you the other tomato from the broken branch. Ooh, I need to give this little guy some water. This one drinks so much water. This is probably, besides the main plant up there, this is probably the healthiest tomato that I have in my room, and I wasn't even gonna keep it. Wow, it smells amazing. Look at how many leaves this thing has. It is so easy to care for. It is completely dry. It has no water whatsoever, but yet it's still doing amazingly. It hasn't gotten sunburned, and I immediately put it into the window after I put it in soil. I even waited like the entire day to put it into soil before like I decided that, you know, I'll probably try keeping it. And then it also has this beautiful little tomato on it, and it looks like it's gonna maybe start changing color soon. I don't know. But yeah, this little one will be staying in my room because it is loving it in here. So, oh wow, it has a lot of little tomato flowers on it. Yeah, I can't believe how well this guy is doing. But anyway, with the tomatoes making noise back there, I need to get them some more water. I'm gonna go for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, but more importantly, I hope you had a good day today, no matter what you did. If it was a lot or a little, it doesn't matter. I just hope you had a good day. And like I just said, tomorrow, hopefully I will be able to get that little one outside. And it is also plant care day, so that means I'm going to be completely refilling that guy with plant food and fresh water. And the petunias over there, I will be also giving some fresh water and some food, and also the lucky bamboo, but I'm not going to show them because they're not doing very well, but I'm gonna take care of them as well and just make sure all my plants have food and water. I know that little one needs some water, I can tell because it's in a clear container. A lot of my plants need care tomorrow. Lots and lots of them are very, very dry, so gonna be a lot of care tomorrow, but that's what I'm gonna be doing. But yeah, as for today, I hope you had a good day and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks again so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye, I'll see you later.